All right. First thing I need to do is we're going to add some flames to these candles. First thing. Okay, so let's bring up the candle lantern scene. We're going to add a GPU particle. This is going to be our flames. Let's bring this up to here. Right there. Flames. Okay, so I love making these GPU particles. They're like my favorite thing to do. Lifetime. Keep it 1 second for now. We need a new particle process material. We need a new draw pass. We'll keep it a quad mesh. We don't want gravity, so we're gonna go to accelerations, gravity, turn it to like 1. So it's going up. Let's find our shader that we're going to use, or not shader, our texture. So I think I have a good one in here from Lelu. It's going to be in VFX textures. Lelu's textures, this one right here. Let's bring that into our VFX textures. So in geometry, we're going to create a new standard material. This is going to be our texture, fire texture. Okay, got the fire texture. We want we need the transparency on. There we go. Already looks pretty good. We need it to be unshaded. Shading, unshaded. It's emitting light. The albedo, I want the particle system to control the albedo. A billboard needs to be particle billboard. There we go. Keep scale. Distance fade. Yeah. Maybe. Or I might be able to control the distance fade from that. Disable receive shadows. Yeah. Disable receive shadows for now. Unshaded. I might need to do the cull mode. Well, I don't think I need the cull mode because I have it on particle billboard. Alright, display. Color curves. Let's do a color ramp. This needs to be from... It needs to fade to black, and I want this color to be like an orangish color. looks pretty good. Okay. Why is that not working? Do I need to... Albedo, vertex color. Wait. I don't need this. I need to use this. Yeah, there we go. What was this again? Does that look better? I think that looks better. Let's set it up and then I'll mess around with that. Alright, so the lifetime is too short. Let's make the lifetime about 2 seconds. Randomness, bring that to like, I don't know, 0.5 or 0.3. Collision drawing, no. Alright, so particle flags, we want to rotate on the y-axis. The spawn, it needs to be in... Actually, the spawn is pretty good. The position just needs to be a point. Yeah. The angle, though, can be random. Negative 180 to 180. Okay, we got a random angle going. Flame is way too big, so we need to adjust the scale. Where's the scale curve? Scale min 0.1 to what about 0.5? It could be a little bit bigger. 0.2 to 0.8. Let's set a initial velocity in the y direction. Y direction spread of like 5. And then let's set the acceleration, yeah, to 1. I'm not sure if I like this texture. Well, let's change the scale first before I do anything. Scale, so 0.2 to 0.8, and oh, we need an alpha curve as well to make it go transparent. Alright, so scale curve, we want it to start small and then get big pretty quickly. Get big to like here, and then I guess get small again, like that. Or let's just keep it big, and then let's adjust the transparency. Something like that, maybe. Okay. All right, and then let's create an alpha curve so it like fades out. It needs to start like this, and then it needs to increase pretty quickly, and then it needs to fade away. Like that. Yeah. Alright, coming along, coming along. I'm not sure if I like the color. Does it need to be brighter? I'm not sure if I like that texture. I'm gonna try a different texture, like a smoke texture. Yeah, that looks better, right? Yeah, I like that smoke texture more, for sure. I want it to start more white. Let's go back to the color. Gradient. This needs to be... What about like +3? Make it even wider. And make it white. Start white. Is it just too red, maybe? Too yellow. Too yellow. I don't want it to be very yellow. More red like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. Use HDR, right? Oh, there we go, there we go. Now it's too orange. Okay. Getting close, getting close. No. Is that too orange? Or is that good? I think it's too orange. What about that? That looks good. The scale of the smoke might be too big. Let's check our scale curve. The alpha curve is fine, so it fades in and then fades out. The scale curve, where's my scale curve? Right here. What about like a max of like 0.6 and a min of 0.3? Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. What else? What else could I add? Transparency, alpha, unshaded. Disable ambient light, maybe. Texture force. sRGB. No. Shadow to opacity? What's that? Oh, nope. Grow. What's grow? I don't really know what that is. I think that's good. No, we don't need turbulence. Scale good. What about some... We got a spread, we got... I think I just need to see how it looks in game now. Let's turn back the brightness, let's turn on volumetric fog, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, look at that. We've got a burning candle. That looks good, right? I kind of want the light to be flickering. How do I make the Omni light flicker? I think it needs to be bigger. Whoa, Godot just crashed. That's crazy. That does not happen very often. Alright, so the scale needs to be a little bit bigger, a little bit more noticeable. Lifetime randomness, let's turn that to like 0.2. Where's the scale? Where's the scale? Scale 0.3 to 0.8. Like a 0.4 to 0.8. What about 1? A little bit more noticeable. It needs to be brighter still. There we go. That worked. turn the intensity up. No, it might be a little too big. 0.8. I wonder if there's an easy way to make an Omni-light like flicker. Maybe like adjust the intensity through code without make it flicker. Let's ask Google. How to make Omni-light flicker in Godot. Godot can make Omni-light flicker by attaching a script modifying its light energy property over time using a timer and animation player. Modifying its light energy. So yeah, just the energy. You can increase and decrease it to make it flicker. See how that looks right now. Look at that. That looks awesome. I'm happy with that. Yeah, this effect looks great. What is the distance fade on these? Global illumination, no. Visibility range. Starting distance from which the geometry instance will be visible. Okay, begin margin and visibility range stops it from processing, right? So this is really good to adjust. Let me double check that. What is visibility range on GPU particle in Godot? Cast shadow off, by the way. Right. So I definitely want visibility range in here because I don't want them constantly processing. Okay, will be visible. Starting distance from which geometry instance will be visible. Okay, so if I set this to like 10, and end is distance from which the geometry instance will be hidden. Like 20. Did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. Wait, maybe I did. So here it's visible. And here it's not. So that must be like 20 meters, right? Alright, so I want to change the visibility range to when I'm 10 meters away. Wait. The starting distance from when the will be visible. I don't understand how these work together. The starting distance from which the geometry instance will be visible. Distance from which the geometry instance will be hidden. So if I set, what if I just set this to 10? How will this work? It's not being hidden. Yeah, so I need to have what if I set this to 20 and this to 0? I don't understand how the distance begin and ends work together. I need to look that up. How does GPU particle distance fade begin and end work? Indigo. Okay, there's nothing. Anyway, I want to see it when I get I don't see how these work together. What? What about this? Proximity fade. Distance fade. I thought there was going to be a distance fade in the particle process somewhere. Drawing, collision, trails. Visibility. Geometry instance. Because this has a distance fade with this. Distance fade begin. So I think I just need to affect the end, I guess. Make this like 30. I think it needs to be like almost like 100, honestly. 100. Okay, I think the candles are good. Well, actually, I think I want to make like a flicker. So let's add a script to this, to candle lantern. I'm gonna try to do a flicker effect on the light. So in the process, well, first we need to make a node reference to the light. On the light. Okay. Process. Light. The energy needs to go back and forth between like 1.5 and 2.5. How can I go back between 1.5 and 2.5? Like a cosine function? Process, we'll say the light, the energy, light energy equals how to alert back and forth between two numbers in the process function. With a ping pong value derived at the elapsed time. Mathf.pingpong? Godot has a built-in mathf.pingpong function which works similar to units 0 and a given length. Let's use this to oscillate between two specific numbers. Min val and max val. Is that it? Math f dot ping pong equals math f dot ping pong? That doesn't seem right. Range val float var t float equals math f dot ping pong. That's not working. Let's use the sign. Or a tween, maybe? Oops. Best viewers, streamboot.com, remove this space. Bar tween, get no tween, replace tween with the tween node's name, okay. Start oscillation. Tween property self position max value duration set transition. Finish. Lerp f from light energy var max energy equals 2.5, or let's make it 3. Var min energy, let's make it 1 equals 1.0. And I want to alert between the max val, max energy, and min energy. Math F? Is that not a thing? I don't know. value in Godot process function. The ping pong function in GDScript is the ideal. Is that a function? Equals ping pong? It is a function. Okay, here we go. Reps value between 0 and the length. If the limit is reached, the next value the function returns is decreased to the 0 side or increased to the length side like a triangle wave. If length is less than 0, it becomes positive. Ping pong -3 to 3 returns 3.0. Ping pong -2 to 3 returns 2.0. -1 to 3 returns 1.0. Ping pong 0 to 3 returns 0. Ping pong 1 to 3 returns 1, 2, 3. Wraps value between 0 and the length. If the limit is reached, how does ping pong work? Wraps value between 0 and the length. If the limit is reached, the next value the function returns is decreased to the 0 side or increased to the length. So what if I just do ping pong min energy to max energy? Would that work? I don't think so. Yeah, that's not working. For a smoother, more declarative approach, you can use a tween node. This handles the interpolation and looping for you without requiring main node delta management. I might do this. Okay. Min, max. We create a tween. Var tween property, self-oscillating value. Animate the oscillating value variable. Max val 2.set ease, tween.ease in. Self oscillating value, min val. Set the tween to loop indefinitely. Tween.set loops -1, tween.play. Let me be more specific. How to go back and forth. How to make OmniLight flicker in Godot. Let's see what it'll give me for this. Base energy, flicker range, min weight, max weight. Calculate random energy value within flicker defined range. Okay. So it's using a timer to just flicker it to a random range. I could try that. So, I want it to I need a function called flicker. Func flicker. Light flicker. If we need a timer, gonna add a timer. Call this flicker timer. Flicker timer. It's going to be a one shot, and it's going to be like 0.5 seconds. I'm gonna say if flicker timer dot is stopped, light, we want to call our function light flicker. Flicker timer dot start. Call light flicker. So we'll start it. We'll call light flicker, and what light flicker was going to do is it's going to do light dot light energy equals rand f from rand f range 1 or min energy to max energy. I'm gonna make this, well, let's just see how that looks. Will that work? Maybe? Yeah, it's working, sort of. It needs to be a lot quicker though. The timer needs to be... 1 seconds. What about that? Alright, now the intensity is just too much. .5 to 2.5. That still might be too much. And I also want the wait time to be random. Flicker timer dot wait time equals rand f range from 0.1 to 0.3 maybe. And 0.5. And let's change this to like 1.7, 2.3. Because the energy is at 2. Yeah, that's good. And they should all be flickering kind of differently. Does that look good? I feel like that kind of looks like it's just lagging, to be honest. Kind of just looks like it's lagging. I can't tell. Like the flicker of the light kind of just looks like it's kind of just like lagging. I don't know. I think I might just get rid of it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't like it. We're just gonna get rid of this script. Close. Detach script. I'm gonna go in here and delete that script. I don't like it. Candle lantern, we're going to delete you, sorry. It looks better without the flicker. The flicker just makes it look like it's lagging a little bit. Yeah, it looks fine without the flicker. The flame at least. Alright, I need to make a new GPU particle system. When I walk through this gate, right, so when I walk through the gate, I need to have like a swirling blue energy around me. And then when I walk through a red gate, I want it to turn to a swirling like red energy around me. that's how this puzzle will work. And then when it's swirling blue around me, I won't be able to walk through the blue gates. Get rid of this timer. Glade. Change this intensity to 3. Nice, those candles look good. I'm happy with those. Looking good. Alright, let's try the trail effect. Alright, new 3D scene. This is going to be what? Electric gate aura. Electric gate aura. And this is going to be a GPU particle. This particle is going to be a swirling trail. Okay, so swirling trail. We need a new process material. We need a new draw pass. We'll make it a quad mesh. We need to find a texture for it. Need a good texture for this. Do I have a good texture for this? What about like a flame trail? Maybe a flame trail. I guess let's use this for now. New standard material for the albedo. Let's get in that texture. We need to make it unshaded. We need to enable transparency. That didn't work. Why did that transparency work? The transparency isn't working on this for some reason. Is it because it's a JPEG? Not because it's a JPEG. VFX textures. What if I use a flame trail? Would a flame trail work? Damn. I might have to make a texture. I have to make a texture for this. These are all TIFFs. Oh. What about this? Why is the alpha not working here? It's working for these. Not for that. It works for this. And this. Not for that. Works for the smoke. Kind of frustrating. I'm gonna have to maybe make my own texture here, which I didn't really want to do right now. Circle, solar, corona, ring gradation. Oh, gradation might work. Gradation, do I have flash, cone, flame, flame eye, fire, lightning, wavering, gradation, time, parameters, direction X, 0, direction Y, power exponent. Dark. Tiling. Nope. Color balance. Image with alpha. Download PNG, that work? Yeah, that worked. We'll name this simple gradation. Simple gradation. Simple gradation. I'll put this into our VFX textures. VFX textures, boom. Okay. I'm gonna delete this. And let's drag in our simple gradation. I wanted to delete this, why didn't that delete? Okay. Alright. I accidentally deleted the GPU particle. Alright, particle process material, draw passes. We're gonna do a quad mesh. Geometry, simple, standard material are Albedo is going to be our simple gradation texture. Oh wait, I need to turn on alpha. There we go. Also, this is unshaded. Unshaded. No shadows. Disable receive shadows. What else? What else? What else? We need to vertex color. Click glows so we can change it using the particle process material. Billboard. Particle billboard. Keep scale. Particles transform. Cast shadows off. Distance fade, transform, grow, particles in. Okay, and our particle process material. Particle flags, align Y. Spawn. The position needs to be in a ring. Nope. Ring. A ring that is only in the Y direction. Wait. Y. 0. Okay, and then we need an inner ring. Radius is going to be 3 or 2. 2. Inner will be 1. What's the cone angle? Oh, okay. Ring height. 1. Well, let's make it like 2. Okay. The angle doesn't really matter because we have a line Y on. Velocity. Initial velocity in the Y direction. Min 1, max 2. Our acceleration to gravity needs to be off. Two, 4. Actually, no. Let's do 1 to 2, and then the radial or the orbital velocity. 2 to 4. We need to add a whoa, not that. XYZ. Curve X needs to be 0. Boop. Curve Y is good. Curve Z also needs to be 0. Okay, so it's just going around the Y. Way too fast. 0.5 to 2. 1. Okay. Lifetime. 5 seconds. Randomness 0.2. Lifetime randomness 0.4. What else? What else? What else? We need the particle trails. I forgot how to do particle trails. Display. Sub-emitter, collision, turbulence. Forgot how to do particle trails. I think there was a YouTube video that showed me how to do it though. Particle trails.
Tradition can turn a leap into a legend and inspires us to make Tostitos the traditional way, starting with whole.
Hello everyone and welcome. I am Lelu and today
Okay, so in here, this actually has to be a ribbon trail mesh for the draw pass. A ribbon trail mesh. Shape. I want flat. Number of segments in the section of the curve sampled on each segment to determine its size. However, as a more detailed ribbon adds cost and performance. Size. Whoa. Hell yeah. Look at this. What's wrong? Trails enable, but one or more mesh materials are either missing or not set for trails rendering. What does that mean? Shaded. Okay, let's change the size to 0.1. Too small. Sections like what? 6 maybe? Reset that, I guess. 0.2. Display. All right, it needs to disappear over time, not suddenly. So let's do a color curve, an alpha curve. Wait a minute, did I do... Where's my lamp? On the flames? Did I do... Wait, what was it? What was it? Oh, the alpha curve? On the particle process material, alpha curve. Where's the alpha curve? What if I set this to red? Okay. I need to save this. Damn. Scenes. VFX. Electric gate aura. Anyway, the curve, let's see, so this needs to start like that, and then it needs to go up pretty quickly. And then maybe down. Man, why do I have that residue trail? That is ugly. Alright, for the color, we don't need a color ramp, we just need a solid color. Like so. Honestly, that fire texture looks better. What about like the smoke? Smoke looks good too. What about like a noise? Nope. The fire looks better than the simple gradation. Oh wait, here we go. It was that. I can put this in. And then, do that. And then it, well, still has like the residue. Honestly, the fire looks the best. What about like a blast? No. Guess I'm going with the fire. Can I change the scale size to like ooh, yes, size to 1. And what about the length? What does this do? Yes, the length to 1. Segments to like 5. There we go. That's looking better. Okay. I like that. Anything else to make this look better? So this effect is going to be swirling around the character when he walks through the gates. I don't think there's anything else I need to add. Let's look through here. The spread. Guess the spread is fine. If I get rid of this and get rid of this, and then go down here, uncheck these, and make the color here, that would work too. But then it's snapping in and out. If I check this and this, it still works okay. And then we could do the alpha curve maybe. I could do the scale curve. Red, curve. Starts here, goes up, goes down, like so. Right? It's still kind of disappearing. What about like that? That looks better. Like that. Okay, and then anything else? Anything else? Hue variation? No. Animation? No. Okay. Co-mode is disabled. I think that's good. Let's instantiate on our player. Instantiate electric gate aura. Alright. Okay, it's definitely too big. too big, so that is, wait. Yeah, okay, so the ring needs to be smaller. Where's the ring? Ring. Wait. Okay, the ring radius. Inner ring radius should be like 0.5. And outer should be 1. Does that look better? Is that fitting? Yeah. Much better. Hello, Amelia. How's the progress going? It's going. Right now I am working on a puzzle, like a little gate puzzle in here. So if I play it, we've got this like puzzle going on, this gate puzzle. So like how it works is if you walk through like this blue gate, right? If you walk through this blue gate, then you're going to be surrounded by like a blue aura. And when you're surrounded by a blue aura, you can only walk through red gates, right? And then if you walk through the red gate, the player will be surrounded by a red aura. And then if you're surrounded by a red aura, you can only walk through blue gates. And you got to kind of solve the puzzle that way. Fun little puzzle. Looks good, thank you. It's coming, it's coming. Alright, so I think it's going up a little bit too high. So let's go here. The lifetime maybe just like 4 seconds. Maybe even less, 3 seconds. See how that looks. How long have I been working on this? This game in particular, I've been working on for a few months, since December. So I guess not a few months, only like 1.5 months. Hasn't been long. I'd say about 2 months, yeah. About 2 months. Thank you for the follow, Amelia. If you want, I'm creating, like I'm generating some statues for new followers if you want. Just let me know what you'd like it to look like. Let's change the lifetime to 4. Alright, I think that looks great. Now look better at 3. 3. Am I a developer, animator, or artist? Yes. Yes. Yes to all 3. A lot to learn. But it's fun and rewarding because then I can create my own games like this. This is the very first game that I'm actually like serious about though, that I'm actually really planning on finishing and releasing, you know? Oof, okay, I don't like that. I want it to stay on the player the entire time. Which I think is an easy fix. What if I just go here and do drawing local chords, I think? If true, particles use the parent node's coordinate space. Okay, yeah, if I enable that, then they shouldn't do that, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That was a really easy fix. So now they're only moving around the player. So when I walk through this blue one, it's supposed to turn blue. Still need to create that functionality. And then when I walk through red, the aura is going to change red. And when it's red, I can only walk through blue. When the aura is blue, I can only walk through red. So it's a little puzzle that you have to solve. I'm basically a one-man roaming software agency. I'm definitely still a noob. Hopefully one day I'll get there. So yeah, if you look here, let me show you. So for like new followers and supporters, I've been creating these, like just generating, like quickly generating these like customized statues. If you'd like a statue, just let me know, like what you'd like it to look like. So like one person wanted it to look like their cat, another wanted it to look like Thor with a guitar. So yeah, let me know in chat if you would like a statue, because I'm happy to do that for new followers. These statues look awesome. What am I most experienced in? Probably coding. And I say that lightly because honestly, I don't think I know that much about coding either. Like I feel like I'm intermediate at like everything that goes into game dev right now. Like I'm intermediate at knowing the game engine. I'm intermediate at knowing coding. Intermediate at Blender. I use Blender to create the assets and do the animations and stuff. I'm like intermediate level kind of at everything. Yeah, I don't know what my main skill is. I guess you could say my best skill is basically just using Godot. I know Godot pretty well. Alright, so these gates, I have to do a little bit of coding here to make this work. You used to own a software agency? Interesting. That's cool. What did your software agency do? feel like these are still disappearing too quickly. I'll fine-tune that later. Right now I want to try to get the functionality working so that when I walk through a blue gate it turns blue. And I need to figure out if I want this aura just constantly around the player, if I want to probably instantiate it, right? So I need an area. I'm going to create an area. This will be searching for the player. An area with a collision shape. This is going to be in layer 1, searching for player. It is monitoring. Do I want the player to be able to monitor back? No. So it's monitoring. It's out of collision shape. It's going to be a box shape. Box should have a Z size of 0.5. X of 4. X of like 6 or 8. And Y of 6. Yeah. Okay. Your team working on website and application development. We also offer design and animation services. Cool, cool. That sounds like an interesting job. How I get affiliated with just 3 followers? Wait, I'm affiliate? I didn't know I was affiliate. Am I affiliate? I forgot where I find this. Is it in viewer rewards? No. Really? There's a subscription option? Where do I see if I'm affiliate? I completely forgot. I'm still new to Twitch. It's like in like our achievements, right? Yeah, here we go. No, it says I'm still on path to affiliate. I'm not an affiliate yet. So I don't know why you see a subscribe button. It says I have 2 out of 4 completed for Path to Affiliate. I guess they maybe changed it so that you can subscribe just like for something else. Some other achievement. It says my bit rate is too high and my connection is unstable. How does the stream look on your end? Is it okay? Is it lagging? Okay, so when I walk through the gate, it needs to send a signal, or what it needs to do is it needs to instantiate the aura around the player. Yeah. It doesn't need to send a signal, it just needs to... Alright, so on area... On body entered, right? On body entered. If body that is in group players, right? Our player is in players. Yep. Bodies in group players, we want to instantiate the aura somehow. You can even see the emails and badges page. Usually when you click on the subscriptions, it shows up once someone gets affiliated. I don't... I can't help you there. I don't... Honestly, somebody did subscribe to me, I think like yesterday or not yesterday, it was like a few days ago somebody subscribed to me and I was surprised. I was like, wait, how did you subscribe? I didn't think I was like monetized yet. And it doesn't say I'm affiliate. Like if I go into monetization or not, and if I go into my achievements, it still says I'm on path to affiliate. Hopefully my channel isn't like glitched or something. Maybe people can still subscribe, it just like the money won't go to me, you know? Like it'll just all go to Twitch. Maybe something like that. So maybe don't subscribe yet if you were planning on subscribing. Still says my bitrate is too high. It's unstable. Hopefully the stream looks alright on your end, Amelia. Let me know if the stream is like lagging on your end or if it looks bad. It's not possible until you achieve all 4 requirements. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, it's perfect, good. Are you suggesting I'm hacking somehow? I'm not that good at coding. I don't know. I don't know why you see the subscribe. I don't know. How dare I say that? Are you good at coding, Amelia? Have you worked on any... I mean, you probably are, right, if you've been working with a software agency? Alright, if body is in group players... If body is in... Okay, so once it's entered, we want to... I want to instantiate, or I need to add child to player node. So like player global dot player node dot add child. I guess we need to preload the scene. Var electric var aura scene packed scene, right? Packed scene equals preload our electric gate aura scene, and then we want to add child aura scene dot instantiate. Did I do that right? In player, let's delete this. And let's see if that works. So if I walk through the gate, it should be instantiated. So I don't see it now if I walk through the gate. Yes, look at that. It worked. Although I think it's going to keep adding more and more. Yeah, it's just adding more and more probably. Yeah, so I'll have to change that. No worries about the mistakes. Oh, you're working with someone? So I guess that's why you're wondering how you can subscribe, right? If body is in group players, should I say so I instantiate it every time I walk through, but how do I not keep making more and more every time I walk through? How do I check to make sure something isn't instantiated already? Is it like the has command maybe? If global dot player node dot get children is that a list? Returns all children of this node inside and right. Yeah, so dot get children dot has has Oracene? Would that work? If not, global player node that has Oracene. Which turns true if the array contains the given value. Let's see if that gives me an error. Sorry? Do I have a schedule set for streams? I don't. I do not. But usually I'll be streaming like in the afternoon, evening like this, around this time, yeah. And I think I'll usually be streaming on Mondays, like Monday evenings, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and then I try to find some times during the week, but Tuesday through Thursday and Friday, sometimes I'm too tired or too busy in the evenings to stream. Let's see if this gives me an error. Okay, so that instantiated. Now, if I keep walking through, it's gonna keep instantiating more of these. It is. So that didn't work. It's still making more and more. That did not work. Oh, and it gave me some errors. Okay, this isn't gonna work. Do you know Godot et al, Amelia? Are you able to help me out or no? Google usually does a pretty good job of helping me out. So basically, I need to check that this scene has not been instantiated as a child of the player. I do not work for a company. Nope, this is just a hobby, passion projects. Hopefully full-time eventually. Because I'd love to do this stuff every day. Alright, what should I ask Google here? Let's see. How to check to see if a scene is already instantiated as a child of another node, of another scene. AI? Yeah, AI has actually been pretty good at answering questions pretty quickly. It looks like AI is not giving me an answer here though, which is strange. Usually AI is the first thing that pops up. You think we can cook something amazing together? Hey, thank you for the offer, man, or Amelia, but right now I'm just working alone, just for fun. Sorry. Using group players, global player node to add child or scene dot instantiate. How can I do this? If body using group players, global player node to add child. Scene dot instantiate, so that adds it fine, but I only want to add it once. I could just do a variable. Var aura electric aura active aura on player bool equals false. If bodies and group players, if aura on player if not aura on player, we do this. Else we can do something else. So if not aura on player, we instantiate it, else we change the color. Something like that. That's unfortunate. I should just have another scene. Gate area. Well, buddies and group players, if not or on player. I need the aura scene color to be changed. How much energy do I have to try to figure this out right now? That's the real question. So what I need to happen, when I walk through, it needs to instantiate it. But then I need to be able to access it. So maybe I keep the aura on the player? Aura scene. Add child aura scene.instantiate. The instantiation works, but how do I access something? How does the get child command work? Add child. What else? What other things we got? Add to group. Get. What about like a get child? Get child. I need an index. What about like find child? Find child. Finds the first descendant of this node whose name matches pattern, returning null. If no match is found, the matching is done against node names, not their paths. Through string.match. As such as is case sensitive. Find child. I don't want to add just this electric aura to the player. I'd rather instantiate it. How to instantiate a scene as a child of another scene and be able to access it to do something else, to change properties in Godot. What happened to the AI stuff? Wait, what happened to my AI? The AI overview thing. Oh, here we go. Wait. God damn it. What's going on? Load, instantiate, and add. Oh yeah, how do I have a reference to that instance? So preload it. Var enemy equals enemy scene dot instantiate. Add child enemy. You can still access it later using the enemy variable. So in here, if I instantiate or set it into a variable, it would work. Var current aura. Var current aura. Global, or we can say current aura equals aura scene dot instantiate, right? And then global dot player node, we can add current aura. Okay, and then can I? If global dot player node dot has returns true if the path points to a valid node. Has node current aura. If not, go to player node that has current aura. They may want to instantiate it. Maybe? Cannot convert argument 1 from object to node path. So that's not going to work. returns true if the given node is a direct or indirect child of this node. Is ancestor of, maybe. If current aura if bodies and group players, current aura wait. If current aura dot is ancestor of given node is direct and indirect child of this node. What about just like this ancestor global dot player node? I don't think I'm doing this right. How do I do this? How to check if a instantiated scene is already instantiated as a child. If you already have a variable holding the instance, you can check if it is a child of the current node using is ancestor of. If not, current aura is ancestor of global player. What if I get rid of this? If aura scene. Aura scene instantiates. if not global dot player node dot has dot get children if not my instance that is inside tree, if not or a scene that is inside tree, how to check if a packed scene is already instantiated in the scene tree. To check if a specific pack scene has already been instantiated and added to the scene tree, you have three main approaches. The best one depends on whether you're looking for a single specific scene file or any node of a particular type. Every node instantiated from a scene file is a property called scene file path. You can compare the path of your packed scene resource to the path of the nodes currently in your tree. Func is scene instantiated var target path equals mscene.resource path. Okay. For child and get child, if child that scene file path equals target path, return true, return false. Scene file path. Okay. So we're gonna do for child in global dot player node dot get children, right? If child dot scene file path equals aura scene dot resource path, we want to pass, else global dot player known to add child or soon dot instantiate. Would that work? Let's see. So is this gonna give me any errors? No. We got one. Whoa. We got like multiple. Oh, wait. Else. That's because it added a whole bunch. Okay. We only want to add it once. If body... Aura activated bool aura activated bool equals false. Aura activated equals true. And we can, after the loop, if not or activated, do that. Let's try that. Is this gonna work? So it should only be instantiated once. The ore should only be instantiated once. Alright, it's instantiated once. Now, if I walk back through the gate, is it gonna make multiple? Or is it just one? I think it's just one. Yes! Oh my god, I did it! After like, what, an hour? I did it. Thank God. That worked. Thank you. Thank you, Gemini. I wonder if I did, if not, or activated, and I tab all this, and then I check it again. Would that work also? So it's once. If I walk through, it should stay just once. Yes, it works. It only happens once. Wait, if not aura activated, go by the player node to add child aura scene to instantiate. But I need to be able to change it. Bar current aura. Current aura equals child, and then current aura dot current aura dot material override dot albedo color equals color 0, 0, 1. We should make it blue now. Child dot get child. Get child 0. That material right. Please work. Turn blue. It worked. Okay. I feel like there's a better way to do this. Bodies and group players. For a child and global.player no.get children. Well, okay. First thing we need to do is instantiate it, right? If not, we're activated global.player node. .add child or scene.instantiate. I want this right at the beginning. Well, activate equals true, right? So now it's not going to add any more. Current aura equals child. Current aura.get child 0 is equals blue. So I should go blue as soon as I enter the first one now. Yes. Alright, I am going to leave it at that for now. I am going to call the stream. So I'm tired and hungry. Peace out.